Is she talking?
You're muted, Jean.
There I am.
There you are.
I'd been using the space key. I didn't hear it vibrate. It was on, I guess it was on a notebook.
She has a learning curve.
Yeah. So did you text me or what?
Right now?
No, I thought you asked if I'd gotten your something or other.
Did they figure out why it's not vibrating?
Oh, I just got a new phone. This is my new phone.
Yay!
Congratulations.
It arrived.
Yes, as Bob says, it's a steep learning curve, more than I thought. Just setting up the texts and finding out where things are.
Mm-hmm.
And
Do you have any
picking up.
questions that you'd like us to help answer?
Oh, I don't think so. I think it's just a matter of figuring out, do I want to have them get my location? Is that needed? And
Mhm.
I'm putting in passwords that are supposed to be current, but are not apparently, and that sort of thing. So, but thank you.
So you got the SE?
I did. It's SE 2020.
Cool.
It's their second version of it.
And you're, other than the learning curve, happy with it? Or too
think
early to
so.
tell?
Does it
Sure.
vibrate?
It does.
All right.
She's shaking all over the house. Chuck waited to see her inquire tonight.
Yeah, I have to learn how. Oh, well, I did have to learn how to put it on silent, an easy way to put it on silent.
That's easy.
So there's a little switch on the side. If you look at the phone,
Uh-huh.
on the top left corner,
Top left. There's a
there's
teeny,
there's a little button that you can push up and down.
oh, okay, yeah.
And when you push, when you see the orange bar on it, it's vibrate or silent.
And it said silent,
Yes.
and something just came in and it vibrated.
Cool.
Yay!
Bob's only smiling. He's not cheering. Bill, you missed this last week. I had an Android phone and it worked fine, except that I could never hear it ring or vibrate. So things would come in and I never knew it, much to Bob's chagrin when he was trying to get hold of me. And so we had a little testing to see if it could quickly figure out how to fix the vibrate, and it didn't. So then we had a discussion on buying phones. And so I ended up,
Good stuff.
I bought a phone, a new one.
Way to go.
So
Good
that's
stuff.
the cheers.
Were you able to migrate your photos from Samsung over fairly easily?
Yes, they transferred easily. I just took a while to figure out where they transferred to. And then I had to save them into photos where I wanted them. I'm still not sure where I found them, but they're now where I want them. And when I was transferring, they helped me transfer the Android over to the iPhone.
Mm-hmm.
And it sort of froze up in the middle. So we started all over again. So all my contacts are doubled.
Better that than none.
Are
Yes.
you running the iOS 16 software?
15. It's 15 something, 15.1.
Okay. you should be able to upgrade to the 16. And one of the things I like about the 16 update is it tells you have duplicates in your contacts and it asks if you want to
Ooh.
merge them.
Ooh.
Oh. Now, wait a minute. Now, how do I,
I will.
where do I
show-
go to find out what I have? I thought it would be an easier switch over because we had the iPad. Oh, I want to go to general. Software update.
So,
Okay, this is iOS 15.7,
Yeah. That's what I have.
and I can upgrade to 16. I can download and install something.
yes, so, oops. So read that again.
Okay, I have iOS 15.7.
Okay. And at the
and then-
bottom, is there a big 16?
Well, before we get there, there's a download and install. And then below download and install, below that is upgrade to iOS 16.
Yeah, hit the upgrade to iOS 16.
Do we really want to do that?
Yes, it's I love a lot of the features.
Since I haven't learned how to use this yet, maybe this is a good time to do it.
Yeah.
It's a little bit of a learning curve from 15 to 16, so you might as well, you're going to have to eventually do 16, so do it now and then
Here we
you
go.
won't suffer later. And it will take a while. It probably will restart the phone.
Okay,
But I'll show you,
about 5 minutes.
yeah, I'll show you what why is it not letting me share my phone? I don't understand. We'll try again.
Do you want me to help you?
Yes. Yes, I would love that. I would love that.
Miss
Even-
Know-it-all.
Even
Mel.
Steven like that
I tell
one.
you.
Okay. Are you seeing my phone? It like popped up for a second.
We
No,
did, but
it's
now we
black.
don't.
No.
I see a black rectangle.
Top to
That's
bottom.
interesting. It's saying that it's downloading something. We'll see if it downloads something and we can try again. Who knows? But one of the things that it has is in the contacts feature, it shows you the duplicates. And it will go, do you want to merge them together? So,
Well, it turned out that all my contacts not only duplicated, but they're filed by first name. And I like to have them filed by last name. I don't know if there's an easy way to do that.
You can change that.
yes, you can change that. I would show you if this
If you could get your phone.
say that software can't install software. You guys, my computer's
Maybe you're installing 16.
no, it's I got the 14 phone because it's new,
Oh,
and it's the first time I've shared with that, so I wonder if it's misbehaving because it's a new phone.
So Chuck, you're out of date already with your 13.
I guess. And I don't see a need to upgrade to 14 yet. Maybe 16 or 17, but I don't need to go yet.
So then how do you like your 14?
I love my 14. Oh,
All
you're
right.
not seeing this, are you?
Not yet,
No.
because
Stop
I do need to
here.
get a new phone soon, so I'm torn between the 13 and the 14.
I will say between the 12 and the 13, there is not much difference between the camera, but the 13 and the 14, significant improvement on the camera quality.
That's what they were telling me when I was at Verizon the other week, that I should definitely get the 14.
Yes. I did not realize that. I did not think that the camera would be that awesome. And then when I see an acupuncturist, and one of the things that he would do pre-COVID would have me stick out my tongue, and he'd analyze my tongue for whatever reason. He can assess things from that. But during COVID, he wants me able to bath, so I haven't been able to show my tongue in 2.5 years. So I take a picture beforehand, which not all his clients do, but we were both like, you can see every little speck on that tongue, like it just be a tongue, but like you could see.
Could you share that picture with us all?
I think I deleted
I'm
it.
dying to see it.
I am too.
Let me see if I can find it. I might have it somewhere, but
So which
It's getting
14, which
weird.
14 did you get, Lynn? The regular 14, the 14
I got the Pro.
Got the Pro?
I always get the Pro because I want it for the photos. But
She hasn't picked up her DSLR in months.
I haven't. Actually, there was some time that I did. I'm trying to remember what it was.
And you forgot how to use it, right?
Yep. Yep. Well, Stephen, you should tell them what fun camera you were using the last week or so.
Camera I was using.
Your disposable cameras.
Oh, yeah. Throwback. For our vow renewal, we put a disposable 35mm camera on every
Oh,
table and asked them to take as many shots as they could to use up the camera.
that's fun.
Unfortunately, we only got about half of 6 of them shot, and one of them has nothing on it, and the other one has, the other 3 have 2 or 3 pictures on them. So I have to find a way to get all the other pictures shot so we're not processing half rolls of film. Because the processing costs have really gone up since the last time I had a roll of 35mm film developed.
It's crazy.
Did they not take pictures for you, that Stephen?
What's that?
Did they just not take enough pictures for you?
Yeah, they just didn't go shutter happy like we were hoping. I had one, my best friend was walking around with one of them, just taking random shots. He actually used one up. But other than that, people were pretty shy.
Sometimes the English language is hard to make people understand when you tell them to use as many as they can, you know?
Yeah, well,
Maybe they didn't know how to use the cameras.
they're
We-
point and shoot. You just
Yeah.
Well, we once saw a YouTube video. A man had his grandson and that a friend, both maybe 16, 17 years old, and set down an old dial phone in front of them,
Rotary.
rotary dial.
Oh, yeah.
And he said, but he told him to make a call, make a phone call. And I think it was like a 4 or 5 minute video, and they never did figure it out. They had no idea. They finally decided that, well, this thing on the top, I guess you pick it up, it moves. And it was funny. So maybe
There's
they
a-
don't know how to use old cameras.
There's a great YouTube channel that does like it brings little 5-year-olds and youth and shows them old technology and asks them, what is this and how do you use it? And half of them, are exactly like that. But yes,
Never mind.
so this is the photo.
Oh,
Look at all those
Whoa.
pixels, right? Like you see every little speck. So,
Teeth are nice also.
Yeah,
but yeah, I don't have an old photo to show you. That's, this is before and this is after, but
You didn't save all your tongue modeling?
I delete them pretty much immediately after.
She has a collage printed and on her wall at home.
you never
This
know
is
when
how
you're
it's
gonna need a
evolved
picture
over
like
3
that, you
years
know?
of seeing him.
Think of all the memes we could make with that picture.
Rather not.
You know this person.
oh, I'd recognize that tongue anywhere.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway. So, yeah, Cheryl, I don't know if you want to, talk about, are you looking at other phones to buy, or are you focusing only on the 13 and the 14 at this?
Only on the 13 or the 14.
Yeah, that makes it easier. And do you do pro or do you just do the regular?
I normally only do the regular.
Yeah.
Everybody I'm talking to and what I'm reading, it sounds like this time I should do the pro. Because it's supposed to have the best camera over the regular.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I'm torn.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, I would say, are you going to keep this for 5 to 10 years? Because if so, I would get the newer and better model, and then you just keep it longer. Where
So I keep them until they die. Yes.
Right.
So I'll have it for at least 4 or 5 years easily.
Yeah.
Because I have the 8 now, but it's getting to the point it's just not holding a charge anymore.
Mm,
I have to charge it 2 and 3 times most days now. So I think it's time. I want to do something before this one dies completely. So
smart woman.
that's why I kind of like to get something done here before too long.
Makes sense. Makes sense. Well, do you guys have other issues or concerns?
Majors come back up.
Yeah, it's a
That's exciting.
Well, I'm going to sign off if nobody has any Microsoft issues or and just general PC stuff. I'll get back to my CVIM work.
Looks like the PC people aren't here most of.
Yeah,
Taking a day off.
another one.
Another one.
I apologize. I haven't been around too much. Thursdays have been very busy for me lately.
We have been bereft.
I was in the middle of something and I hesitated, but I said, no, you haven't been there for a while. Show up.
And look what you found.
But it was a bit of a challenge, so I'm going to get back to it.
Mm-hmm.
well, we appreciate your showing up anyway.
Nice seeing you again.
Yeah.
Any Dan updates before you go?
What's that?
Any Dan updates before you go?
No, I haven't talked to Dan or Patty in a while. I think the newest we got was from Lynn in the invitation.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I have not talked to Patty today, so I don't know any more than what I knew last night. So, but not doing, they're trying to raise his temperature and all this. But Patty's, her mother is still alive and they're closing on her house this week too. So not only does she have to worry about poor Dan in the hospital, she's working on,
Oh,
wondering,
Patty can't
about
get a break.
navigating all that. No, so as much as Dan needs prayers, I think Patty needs more of them in some ways. But yeah.
Oh, speaking of old technology, does anybody have any idea what this thing? Oh, you can't see my mouse. What am I? There's a thing over my shoulder back here. Where is my hand? There. Now, anybody have any idea what that might be?
it sort of looks like a small sewing machine, but I
I
doubt
would
what it
assume
is.
so.
There's actually, it's probably gonna be tough because it's got a flatbed here. And then there's a part of it goes up and over the flatbed.
An overhead projector?
No, it actually is something called a CCTV, where you put a document on it and it magnifies it and sends it over to your computer screen.
Oh, cool.
Hmm.
Unfortunately, it's black and white, and the newer ones are a lot more compact and a lot more
Expensive.
high resolution, and they're all color now.
Is this something we should be able to see?
What's that?
Is this something we should see in your picture?
Oh, it's not hooked up right now.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. Now that I think of it, I don't think you actually would have had any idea what it was.
Not from
Obviously,
this
you're right.
angle.
It just caught my eye, and I thought, oh, speaking of old devices,
When you have more free time, you'll have to bring it over closer and show us it in
Yeah.
more detail.
I would hook it up, but it's a real pain in the neck. But the results are pretty cool. It's Shelley's. She uses it for her. She used it for her medical transcription business when she did that before she worked for the school district. So she would refer to medical books, and it would magnify them for her and put them on the computer screen. So, all right, I'm gonna take off.
Have a good
Hi,
week.
good to see
Have a
you.
good time, Steve.
Cheerio, Steve.
Don't work too hard.
I have to.
Bummer.
The project I'm working on today is a real toughie. See ya.
Well, good luck.
See ya.
Thank you.
And then there were 6.
Are you trying to share something again? Lynn?
I'm trying to work out why I can't get my phone to screen share.
It's those new
Um,
phones, they're just new fandangled technology here.
It's trying to install install something, but it can't install the software. I wonder if I need a different internet connection. I'll try at church with an Ethernet connection and see if it works this afternoon.
It's yours.
But
It's yours downloaded.
It's updating,
Okay.
preparing, update. So maybe I'll wait on my contacts until next week
okay.
and
Yeah,
Got it.
don't manually do it, but if you go open the contacts app on the phone, you're going to, it's right at the top. I'll take a screenshot and show you.
can I look at it while it's still doing the update? Or do I need to stay on the screen with the update?
So you can be off it, but it's not going to show you that until after it restarts. Has it restarted yet?
No, it's just
No.
preparing the update. Okay,
Yeah, it won't.
I'll wait till next week.
I'll show you this screenshot because I have not bothered with my duplicates yet and I need to. So this, oops. We're going the old school way.
You don't know how comforting it is to me to hear you say, oops.
The nice thing about technology
58 duplicates.
is it's hard to break something permanently. I feel like my generation feels that way, where your generation has that feeling more towards fixing manual things like cars and things. That when that gets, I get freaked out. But with iOS 16, you should have a pop-up like this.
Okay,
58 duplicates. And if I click on it, excuse me. Let me and here's the next one. And I'll show you that as well. So if you click on that, if you click on that button, it's going to show you this. And then you can go, okay, you've got 2 of these people. And you can click on, say, like Barbara Lorber, and then it will show you the 3 cards and what information is in each card.
and you can choose which 2
And
to,
you can choose what information you want to select from
Okay.
each of the cards. So if it like one is an email and one is a phone and one is an old address, you can say, I want the email and the phone, but not the address or whatever.
oh, so if it's email and phone, I want to keep them both. I do want to have duplicates. I might want to have duplicates.
Wait, say, why would you
I
want
thought you
duplicates?
said that like Barbara has 3 cards and one might be phone and one might be email. And one might be an old address.
Yes, but you can, let's click on her for a second. So I wish I could show you this.
Why don't we just wait until next week? Because this is tying everybody else up too.
But you can select in those 3, like one of those cards has an email, one of them has a phone, and one of them is an address.
Mhm.
And so you go, okay, I want all 3 of these to merge into one file, so it's one contact. So it's not.
Oh, but it has all information from all
So
3.
you would hit the merge button and it would merge all that data.
Okay. I'll give that a try.
That will make life a little bit easier for you.
And next week, we'll figure out how to switch from first name to last name.
Oh, yes, that's easy too.
Gene,
Yes, Chuck?
one thing you want to probably do soon is go into your settings and look for a phone and click on it and scroll down until you find an item that says silent unknown callers. So anybody that's not in your contact book, you won't get the call will not ring.
Oh,
So if it's a spam artist or something trying to get into your phone, it won't ring. It'll just, and then you can block it. We'll show, do you know how to block it yet?
no.
We'll show you how to do that too. Because that's important. You'll want to get rid of those calls,
Mhm.
block them, and then, make sure that they don't ring. They just go into your contact or you're into your phone list and they don't ring on your phone. So you don't really know they're there until you go look for them.
Or until I see a voicemail.
Yeah.
So where do
Well,
I
you may not
find-
have a voicemail. It just may be a hang up or something.
Right.
I
But
get
if
them from
it's-
all over the world.
I figure if it's important, they'll leave a voicemail,
Even if it's not important, they might leave a voicemail.
but that's true. So where do I find this? I go into settings.
Go into settings and
Uh-huh.
scroll down till you find the word phone, green.
To the word phone.
Yes,
Okay.
click on
Uh-huh.
it. And
Uh-huh.
then scroll down below the section on calls, and you should see silence unknown callers.
Okay. Uh-huh.
Click on that
Mm-hmm.
and then turn it on.
Okay. I
Mhm.
like that.
Yeah, now all those nasty calls won't ring when you're sitting in church someday or something like that, you know.
But
Mhm.
you could still receive them.
But I would still receive them. I
Yeah,
don't
you'll
think
still
I
get
want to
them.
block because I've found that there are people call me who I really want to hear from, but I don't recognize the number. They're not in my contact list.
Mhm.
All right, click on your phone.
Well, I don't want to block.
Oh, you don't? Oh,
I
okay.
don't. Especially in
Well-
the summer, there are a lot of people, it's connected with my job and a lot of people call and I don't have them in my contact list, so
But
I don't
those
want to block
silenced
them.
ones, those ones that we just silenced, you will want to block.
If it's a spam caller, say it's not a Chautauqua person that you don't want to include.
Or-
It's somebody doing a phishing email. You can go in and block all those 1-800.
But how do I know the difference?
Well, right now, most likely most likely it's Chautauqua people would leave a voicemail, yes? Or do people call you and not leave voicemails?
Not, yeah, they don't always.
Yeah, and you don't want to put them in your contacts.
I think that when you get
Well,
a
I
call-
don't know that there's somebody, I mean, there are 100+ contacts in the choir. And I don't want to add them all in my phone list, but
Right.
some of them might try to call me.
you'll know when you get a call from India or somewhere that it's probably not above board and you want to block it so that they don't call again.
Good point.
And you
Yeah.
probably will get those. I mean, I get them from all over the world. Some days I get 5 or 6 or 7 of it, and other days I get none. It's kind of funny. There's no rhyme or reason as to when or how many I get. I have not gotten any yet today, which is kind of puzzling, but it's okay.
Mhm.
And until
And
about
you'll
2
also-
weeks,
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say till about 2 weeks ago, I never ever got political calls, but they're coming in now.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and you can
And I
block all
block-
those numbers.
And I block those.
Yeah.
You
Especially-
can also, there's a bunch now that when they call, they mark as spam.
Mhm.
It says like spam risk. You could block those.
I
Yeah,
block
yeah.
those.
Say that. But one of the nice things about iOS 16 for those that have not updated, you when you get a text message that is a phishing, you can now hit mark as junk. It will go, if you delete it, it says, do you want to report? And you can do that directly.
I get that in 15.7.
Oh, did they update that with that?
Uh-huh. I got that the
Okay.
other day with one that I was surprised to see it because I
Yeah.
never had before.
It's a nice feature, although I accidentally blocked someone because it was the top one. So like, I was just like, are you sure you confirm? And so one of those like 2-step authorization codes. I'm like, I hope I don't need another 2-step authorization.
So if I want to report, if I get junk something rather and I want to report it, I just click on reporting it and that automatically reports it, or do I have to do something
Mhm.
else?
Yeah, that will report it to Apple, and I assume
Okay.
they'll then send it to the FTC and stuff like that.
Okay.
You might get a response back from Apple saying that thanks for sending this. We'll take care of it from here. Because I've gotten that sometimes. And when I've done the 7726 on a text, for example, I'll get a text back from Apple saying, thanks, we'll take care of it from here. So don't be surprised.
This is a huge learning curve, 7726.
I know. Well,
Great
that's
Baby steps,
Fire
baby
hose.
steps.
yeah. Lynn sent that out a while ago, so she'll have to refresh your memory on that one.
That's for Android users and PC users, or Android and iPhone. You can report all your spam text messages to the FTC by forwarding them to the number 7726.
Okay.
But I can show you that when your brain is a little more empty of knowledge.
Yeah, in the meantime, I could just delete them.
Yes. Not the end of the world.
It's like that old Gary Larson cartoon about the kid that's sitting in school and he puts his hand up and it says, "Teacher, may I go home? My brain is full."
Teacher?
So I thought I saw Connie come in, but now I don't see
Well,
Connie.
she did, but she didn't.
Her name is there.
Yeah. No
Right.
picture,
Right?
no
Oh.
picture, and she's muted.
Oh, there she is.
Here she
There
is.
she is.
That's because I got back and I haven't had anything to eat yet today, and I thought, well, I can bring my computer out of the kitchen and make myself some food and get a cup of coffee. I had to fast this morning for blood. So that's why I
Like
turned everything
multitasking.
off, but I'm listening to you. Anyway, yeah. Speaking of, was it Chuck, was it you that talked about the little kid that said my brain is full?
Mhm.
Do you remember the story that we heard last Thursday night at choir? About the woman's grandson who's 5, who went to all-day kindergarten for the first time. And he got through the morning and he had lunch, and then he went up to the teacher and said, "I've learned enough today. I'm through. Can you call Uber and get me home?"
Oh, yeah, I do remember. I forgot about that.
And he's only 5 years old. Good luck, Mom.
Didn't he even have the phone number for the teacher to call?
I think
Probably.
so, yeah, probably. Anyway. Oh, well. Okay, I gotta go back before my toast burns.
Things you only get on Zoom meetings. It's great. I love it. Any other things you guys want to play with today?
I just want to thank you for getting staff in touch over my wife's kidney stones. And the fact that she's gone through this whole process in the hospital and they're still not sure, but so far no more pain. And
Good.
Yay.
we have an anniversary Tuesday. That's 25 years. And then the next day or two, either Wednesday or next Thursday, I head down to our place in Ocean Isle Beach for a couple of weeks of cleaning and fixing and whatever else it needs before I come back before Election Day.
So you think she'll be ready to travel and all?
Well, she doesn't go down there. She'll still be here. And she has some follow-up things to do because if you've got replacement hips, they can't do good imaging for finding kidney stones. So it's somewhat a lot of wait and see if everything's passed and she's good. So it's just me and the dog heading south for a couple of weeks.
Well, you'll get a lot of work out of the dog.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he's a comfort. He gives
Yeah.
a lot of comfort.
Keeps you company while you're working hard.
He sure does. He's a good traveling companion too.
Where is Ocean Isle?
It's in North Carolina,
Oh.
about 10 miles north of the border with South Carolina, not far from Myrtle Beach.
Oh, did you sustain much damage from Ian?
No, I'm lucky. It just leaves some of the fences around our neighborhood were blown down. as far as I know, shingles and that kind of stuff is in good shape, but that's all part of checking things out while I'm down there.
Mhm.
So we're lucky. We're on the mainland, not out on the island. So parts of our neighborhood are 40 feet above sea level, which is a blessing during these storms.
Yeah.
Glad to hear it.
So Don is familiar with the neighborhood because when he had a church in North Carolina, that's where he went to the beach.
Mhm. Yeah, I apologize. I wasn't sure whether or not to put your wife on the prayer list for tech time or not, since she didn't want to go in the church email today. But
No, I just appreciate the thoughts and contacts I've had with, like I heard from Ann the other day or yesterday.
mhm. Glad she's on the mend.
Yeah.
Yeah. Other things you guys want to discuss? Other prayer concerns or health reports we need to add to our radar?
I might ask you to stay on after everybody else leaves because the update is complete, but now I'm back to some of the setups that I'm not quite sure what to do with.
Huh. So like default settings?
Yeah, setting up passcodes, and I don't want to do that yet. And I'm not sure how to get beyond that.
Mm. It
Probably
should be the
wouldn't.
same passcode.
Well,
that
I
you
didn't
entered.
set up a passcode. I just was not wanting.
You were able to skip that? Because I
Yeah.
can't really stick around much today because I have to film a minute for mission at noon, so I have to
Okay.
get lunch before that.
I'll figure it out. I did once.
There should be a very small button that says, "Do not need a password for this."
Oh, now I have, don't, yeah, okay, okay.
Yeah.
I found it. And I
I'm
know
so
how to
proud of you.
silence the phone.
Yay.
Big
Yay,
day.
yay.
That'll be important in church on Sunday.
Yes.
I went to chapel yesterday and my phone made a ridiculous noise. I felt bad.
Ooh,
I was like, I didn't think to shut off my watch. I got my phone, but not my watch. But I would be curious for those of you guys. I don't know if you watch chapel anymore, but we moved back to the chapel yesterday to do a test. So it's live versus the pre-recorded service. So it's a single shot, but I don't know if it's good quality, if that's more interesting to watch, but I'd be curious for feedback because nobody's giving us feedback, even though we've asked for feedback.
I watched a bit of it and because I thought it was interesting that and kind of meaningful that it's back in the chapel. It just seems like the perfect situation for that Wednesday morning worship. And the only thing I kind of missed was that it was a single unmovable shot and you couldn't see the whole attendance, but I like it done that
Like
way.
it better, or you wouldn't mind if it continued versus doing it the old way?
Oh no, I think it's different, and it's that part of it is good. And I think that's kind of what the environment it's meant to be in.
Mm-hmm.
A Wednesday morning chapel, I mean.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I didn't know if people would miss the lower third with all the text on it. I feel bad we can't do that in there.
Yeah. Is that a fixed camera in the chapel, or is that something you
Mhm.
bring into
It
the
was an
room?
iPad. It was an iPad on a tripod.
Okay,
So
can
we
see that.
could, one thing that we might play with is before worship and maybe for the silent, we could switch it over to the stained glass window on the other side of the chapel. But you might awkwardly have somebody get close so you see their face real quick. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I saw that on Facebook this morning.
Well, and we did a test on Tuesday and we did it on a different device, so we were last minute trying to relog everything in. So next week we should be more on the ball. But I'm also curious sound wise, is it okay to hear everything?
Oh, it's good.
Okay,
That's all.
I'm glad for some feedback. Thank you.
Who's that guy playing the piano there?
I hope you get to meet him tonight.
I do too.
He's our new
Should.
music director, right?
Yeah.
Correct. Tim Evers.
Evers. I've been told.
Long E, I believe.
Yeah, nice guy.
Sounds like Lynn needs to get to work.
Why don't you just let her go?
We should just let her go.
I'm happy to answer.
We love you, Lynn,
other
but-
last minutes.
Yeah, right.
It's enough
I
fun
know,
for the
I know
day.
Dean has a new toy to play with all kinds of fun questions.
Mm.
Figure it
We'll
out.
have- We'll figure it out. Well,
Did you get an
so-
iPhone, Jean?
Oh, yes, my new toy.
Oh, good, good,
Yeah.
good, good.
It came Tuesday, I guess.
Oh, that's good.
So you didn't do Best Buy, you ordered it and they mailed it to you?
I went through Track Phone directly, yeah.
Mhm.
You have different phones that are available. I didn't even check out Best Buy.
Nice.
Is it the latest model or is it an iPhone what?
No, it's an SE
Oh, an SE.
2020 version. It's their
Yeah.
second whatever of the SE.
It's a nice size too. That's what I like about the SE.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It's very new and it's very slippery. I was trying to put it on the arm of the sofa last night and it kept slipping off.
Did you get a case for it?
No.
You should get a case.
Well, the
And a
case will make it
screen
larger,
protector. A screen protector.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
but that'll all
Um,
make it bigger and I like this size. For
Mhm.
summer, I have a crossbody bag and this will just fit in it perfectly so that it's
Mhm.
always with me.
Yeah,
Mm.
you should be able to get one that's just a wraparound that's really not very thick. Like mine has credit cards in the back, so it's a little bit thicker.
Mhm.
But the ones especially that Apple does, it's like Chuck showing, it's
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, mine's just clear plastic.
Yeah, I was gonna say mine's very thin. It really didn't add to the size at all. You just have to be careful which one you get.
There's what mine looks like, Gene. It's
Yeah,
just a
it's
very
Very
thin
thin.
silicone. But
Hmm.
it's supposed to work. If you drop it, it absorbs the shock and doesn't hurt the phone.
Okay.
Yeah, and it works very nicely. The other thing, get a glass screen protector for the
Right.
front.
Right.
Have them install it at a dealer somewhere. because they'll take all the air bubbles out of it, and it'll protect the screen for you.
I think my
Mhm.
screen is Gorilla Glass.
The newer models are much stronger glass, but every now and then, it's, if you hit it in just the angle, it does do weird things. Did you get Apple Care?
I think I have it through Total Tech.
Okay. Because if you
Oh,
have Apple
Best Buy.
Care, it's a little bit less important because they won't charge you if you do get a crack or issue. But if you don't, if you need to replace it, it's going to cost you an arm and a leg.
Maybe more than what I paid for it.
Yeah.
Another
this-
arm and a leg.
Right.
Well, no, this really
It's-
wasn't
it's
all
probably
that
worth the-
expensive.
It's probably worth the $10 or the $20 for the case
Hmm.
to avoid the larger bill. Not to make you spend more money.
Right. We love spending your money, Jean.
Yeah. I know the feeling when I spend other people's money. Yeah.
That's always fun.
Yeah. It doesn't cost a thing.
No, need a lot of satisfaction too.
It may cost a friend if you.
Oh,
Okay.
Well, again, we can let Lynn go on for the rest of her busy day.
Thanks a lot, Lynn.
Thank you.
Have a
good to
great
see you
day.
all.
Thanks,
Bill,
Lynn.
keep us posted on your wife.
I will. So far, so good. So I will let you know.
Good. Glad to hear it.
All right.
Have
Bye-bye.
a good week.